Knowledge to help you build a kinkless lifestyle.
Hello, my Nubian kings and queens. Welcome to the Kinkless channel. If you don't know who I am, I'm Nina Lewis. My channel focuses on issues of motherhood primarily, but I do talk about other things like I'm going to be talking about today. Black Panther. Let me greet you appropriately. If you've seen the movie, you'll understand. If you haven't, go watch it. Before I get started, please go ahead, like the video if you like the content, go ahead and comment below, but please be respectful of other people's opinions. Hit the subscribe button if you want to join my tribe, and turn on the notifications by hitting the notification bells if you want to be notified every time I post a new video. Now that was a mouthful. Don't forget, I'm running a Tiffany giveaway still, so stay all the way to the end to see if I give my word in the middle, the beginning, the medium, wherever I'm going to give the word for extra entries into the competition. So let's start with the good for this Black Panther. I just loved it. It was vibrant, it was powerful, everything that everybody said, and it does live up to the hype. So if you haven't seen it, go watch it. The bad and the ugly, I'm just going to talk about that for me personally. So Lupita Nyong'o said this best, that she did not realize she was black, or being black didn't really play into her mind until she moved to the USA. Growing up in Sierra Leone and living most of my life in England, until I moved to the Western world, which includes England, I didn't really realize I was black, because I lived in a country, Sierra Leone, where I was the majority, and even more so moving to the USA, where race is such an integral part of the culture, and understanding your race in that culture and the history that is there, it's something that it's an experience for sure. My husband says all the time I'm living the African American experience, which for me sometimes leaves me astonished, bewildered, all the words I can think of, and just in disbelief. The President of the United States calling African countries S-holes, just different things like that. It just bewilders me, and to think that people think along those lines, it's kind of saddens me. But the bad and the ugly of this movie is that it shows that negative part of culture, of world culture. I don't think it's just an African culture thing, it's just a world culture, in the sense that there has been colonization, there has been slavery, and Killmonger uses these tactics from dividing a nation to overthrow the king in the movie. So if you haven't seen the movie, I'm sorry for that spoiler, but that's what happens in one part of the movie. And it just kind of speaks to the division that there is, that still lives today, from those countries that were colonized for such a long time. See, in this movie, the colonization happens, or the takeover happens in like a day, and then it's back to normal, but for people whose families and whose generations have lived and been the byproduct of colonization, and lived and been the byproduct of slavery and Jim Crows and all the systems, some of those things are still going on, and it kind of shows you this peaceful, harmonic, resource rich, which is what Africa is. We have gold, we have silver, we have diamonds, we have oil, we have every resource that has made the Western economy great and great again is in Africa, in these shithole countries. So just seeing that this country, Wakanda, which is fictional, having this powerful tool that can make trains levitate, and this technology that allows you to shoot bullets, and that energy be converted into kinetic energy and into brute strength, and flowers that grow that allows you to have superhuman strength. That's kind of what Africa is to me, the continent of Africa. There's so many resources, so many medicines, so many share elements that are just so integral to financial wealth, that have been stripped and ripped and taken from these countries for generations, and still being taken today to make other people wealthy and not the people that live there. So I just thought it was a great representation. So it just had a deeper meaning for me. I'm sure other people took other things out of it. If you're a diaspora or a descendant of a slave line, you might take a different stance to it, which my husband did. He had a completely different viewpoint of the whole movie than I did, so it was kind of interesting to have that dialogue between the two of us. Some of the things I saw from his point of view, some of the things I saw from my point of view. We came to a meeting of the minds in the middle. So it's just kind of funny what different people are going to take away from it. But for the main part, I'm just happy there's going to be a positive representation. I mean, think about it. I've seen Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. I've seen Bollywood movies. I mean, there are Nigerian movies that have kind of made it mainstream, but not as mass media mainstream as Black Panther has been. And trust me, just because it's an all-black cast doesn't mean that it's excluding any other race. It's a Marvel movie. I've seen all the Marvel movies. So if you've seen all the Marvel movies, Captain America, Iron Man, Thor, the Avengers, and all of them put together, and Ant-Man, was it Ant-Man? Whatever it was called. I've seen them all. And this is just adding to it. Go ahead and see Black Panther. It is a wonderful movie, and you will love it. And yes, there is a deeper meaning, but hey, there's deeper meanings to all the other movies too, and I can point them out, but just don't have enough time. The last thing that I will say is that I love Stan Lee. I mean, I think his representation of Luke Cage and Black Panther has been amazing, and to think that, you know, back in the, I don't know, when he wrote it, 60s, 50s, whatever it was, that he had this viewpoint and was able to represent it and convey it so well. I'm just in awe. So that's my take on it. So the word for today is Black Panther. So if you're going to enter the Tiffany giveaway and want some extra entries, that's the word Black Panther. It's 2 words, Black Panther. Go ahead and just enter that into the entry form. I will drop the link below, and you can go to the original Tiffany and Company giveaway link and go ahead and enter through that video as well if you want to. I will link it to the playlist from this video, so you don't have to go and look for it. Anyway, if you like my video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up, comment below, subscribe, and turn on the notifications. As per usual, there's going to be a new parody on Monday. I'm loving doing the parodies. I'm going to try and up my game a little bit so that you guys can truly enjoy. But look out for my next parody. Have a great weekend. Take care. Bye-bye.